Have you ever experienced cinema-like sound, but at home? Today I've got a soundbar here that supposedly delivers that not only good, but also affordable. The Ultimea Skywave X60. Honestly, it surprised me in a very positive way. But of course, it's not without its flaws. I've been testing this system myself in different situations for a while now, and today I want to give you my honest opinion, straight from real-world use with no marketing fluff. Before we dive in, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me keep making content for you. The Ultimea Skywave X60 is a 7.1.4 Dolby Atmos system aimed at people who want seriously good sound without dealing with a receiver, 50 cables, and hours of setup. This system is all about simplicity and plug and play from the start. Before we even talk about the sound, there's one thing I need to make clear, because a lot of people get it wrong. To actually use Dolby Atmos, you need a compatible device, either a TV or a PC that supports Atmos. Equally important, your streaming content has to support it too. If you're just watching some random YouTube video or an old TV show, there's no real Atmos, no matter how good the soundbar is. Only then can the X60 really show what it's capable of. Unboxing it wasn't exactly easy. The system is not only heavy, but comes with a ton of accessories. From power adapters for the speakers to wall mounts and screws, literally everything is included. What immediately stood out to me when unboxing was the build quality. It feels genuinely premium. No rattly plastic, no cheap surfaces, just a solid product. The speakers feel sturdy, the subwoofer is heavy and substantial, and nothing seems like it's going to fall apart in a couple of years. That's not something you can take for granted in this price range, and Ultimea definitely did a good job here. The gold brawn accents on all the components are probably meant to give it a more premium look. Personally, it's not quite my style, but that's a matter of taste. So what exactly do you get? Since this is a 7.1.4 system, the front soundbar isn't just speakers facing forward, it also has speakers pointing upward. The two rear separate speakers are the same, one facing forward, one facing up. Setting it up is exactly how you'd expect. The soundbar comes in 3 pieces and is very easy to assemble. Just plug them together and twist. Then you just connect the rest to power. The speakers pair automatically, the subwoofer does too, and it all just works. For me, this is one of the biggest advantages of this system. If you're not a tech geek and just want better sound, this is incredibly convenient. You can connect the system via Bluetooth, HDMI, optical cable, or USB, and control it with the included remote, which also feels premium, by the way. I also really like that there's an app for it. In the app, you can adjust various settings, like preset sound modes, surround and up-firing speaker volumes, and you can even choose whether to use surround or Dolby Atmos, or just play the same sound across all speakers. That's especially nice for music, because it surrounds you with sound from every angle. Of course, there's a custom equalizer, and plenty of other settings, including firmware updates, which I actually performed as well. The Atmos effect works very well, as long as you set the system up correctly. Sounds like rain, airplanes, or helicopters are audibly coming from all sides. Of course, it's not the same as having real ceiling speakers in a $4,000 home theater, but for a soundbar solution, it's really convincing. You get a genuine sense of space, especially with movies and shows that have good soundtracks. I'm sure you know how annoying it is to constantly adjust the volume, turning it up when the actors are talking, and then immediately turning it down when the effects hit. Well, you can finally say goodbye to that. Everything here is well balanced. The mids are excellent, voices are loud and clear, and the effects are exactly where they need to be. The subwoofer is absolutely brutal, in a good way. The bass is deep, powerful, clean, and above all, so well integrated that you can't tell where it's coming from. That's probably the biggest compliment you can give a subwoofer. You feel it in the room, but you don't hear it as a separate box. You just feel the impact. Explosions in movies, beats in music, engine noises in games, it all has real foundation. And it's not that cheap, boomy rumble. It's a deep bass that's genuinely fun. Honestly, I was really impressed, because a lot of soundbars in this price range either feel too weak or just thump awkwardly. That's not the case here. The subwoofer doesn't just save the system, it elevates it to a whole new level. Music quality, on the other hand, feels a bit flat in my opinion, especially compared to speakers with larger drivers. When you start listening to your favorite songs, you may notice a lack of high frequencies. Of course, this depends on personal preference and what you're used to. You can adjust the surround and up-firing speakers or just the front speakers on the soundbar, but none of those presets really worked for me. In my case, I had to boost the higher frequencies manually with the equalizer to get a sound that felt natural and enjoyable. Unfortunately, you can't adjust every speaker individually. That means no separate distances and no individual levels per speaker. You can only adjust the surround and up-firing speakers in groups. It's logical and simple, but in practice it would have been nice to say, the left speaker is farther away than the right one, so I need more volume or more treble there. That's just not possible here. You always have to work in groups. For most people, this will be perfectly fine, but if you really want precise calibration, you'll hit a limit. All in all, the Ultimea Skywave X60 is a system that gets a lot of things right. It's easy to use, well-built, has powerful bass, and delivers an impressive Atmos experience for the price. This isn't a soundbar for hardcore home theater purists who want to calibrate every detail, but it's almost perfect for anyone who just wants to say, I want big, immersive sound, no stress, no cable chaos. And that's exactly what the X60 is made for. Plug it in, sit down, start a movie, and enjoy. So if you want plug-and-play simplicity and a genuine Atmos experience, the Skywave X60 is an easy choice. I'll link the product in the description if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.